Ghost of Tsushima, The Samurai and the Khan, The Bamboo Murderer, Samurai Dead 5, Photo Mode Simulator 2020. Call it whatever you want, you have to admit that this game is gorgeous and is one of the better games I have played this year. Another thing that the game does better than others in the genre are combat elements, upgrade elements and the well-scripted, well-written side missions. There are still 10 to 15 hours of side missions in this game after the credits roll. And while all of them are fine, some stand out, and I'm here today to tell you the best side missions of Ghost of Tsushima. But before we get started, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button or checking out my review of Ghost of Tsushima. Number 1. The Tale of Sensei ISHIKAWA. After Jin gets his ass kicked by Khotan Khan in the starting of the game, he has to regroup and recruit remaining samurais of Tsushima. One of them being the egotistical Sensei ISHIKAWA. When Jin first meets ISHIKAWA, he is injured seemingly from an attack by the Mongol soldiers. So Jin and ISHIKAWA get to a nearby fort, taken over by the Mongols, and attack it. After liberating the fort, they find Japanese arrows. That's when ISHIKAWA confesses to Jin that his own student Tomoe had attacked him and has switched to the side of the Mongols, abandoning ISHIKAWA due to his hard and arrogant nature.
Tomoe won her freedom. She joined the Mongols.
Why would she do that? What happened?
I pushed her too hard.
Pushed her how? What are you hiding? Sensei! I demand an answer.
She attacked me. Not bandits. Tomoe.
Why?
She has no idea what it means to be samurai.
You drove her to the Mongols.
Do not judge me.
Do not lie to me.
I can't let Tomoe teach my way of the bow to the enemy.
Then we will stop her.
This is my fight. I don't need your weapon.
No, you need me. Victory is won by warriors, not weapons.
After following up on a couple of leads, they found out Tomoe is planning an attack and takeover of a town nearby. Jin and the sensei prevent this from happening, but leave ISHIKAWA's dojo unguarded. Tomoe, as a sign of disrespect, burns down the family plaque of ISHIKAWA and flees. With the help of some of the locals, Jin manages to get a few leads on Tomoe's training camps to shut it down. To prevent this, Tomoe attacks supply lines and leaves notes blaming it on the ghost and the demon sensei. From the side of an attack, Jin and sensei are able to pick up Tomoe's trail. And just as Jin closes in on Tomoe, she jumps off a cliff. What happens next will shock you. This is not BuzzFeed, but I don't want to spoil what happens next. That said, the side quest does provide a satisfying and rewarding ending, and a lot of great bow and arrow gameplay as you go head to head with archers trained by Tomoe. It is not the best side quest in the game, but it's certainly worth Unyielding Flame. Number 2. The Unyielding Flame is part of one of the mythic tale side quests that are well written and well presented in interesting stories with some serious artwork.
Atop Mount Jogaku, a lone warrior braved the dangerous climb and found a giant rock covered in flames. He touched his sword to the fire. Flames engulfed the steel, but left him unharmed. He created a new fighting style he called the Way of the Flame. The warrior took pieces of the rock west with him to China. There he sought answers about its origin from learned monks and scholars. After months of travel and research, fire fell from the sky once more. He led the people to it and showed them it was nothing to fear, for he believed the Way of the Flame was a gift from the heavens, and he shared its secrets with all who wished to learn. Handed down through generations, the Way of the Flame has returned to Tsushima. The Mongols wield it against our people. But rumor says the fire still burns atop Mount Jogaku, waiting for any who can survive the climb.
Now gameplay wise, this side quest is a bit meh. But it is not about the gameplay with this one. It is about the reward. Once completed, you can gain the ability to wield a flaming sword. Yes, a flaming sword. Jin has to climb a mountain in order to search for a flaming stone. And because it is so cold up there, Jin has to reach a fireplace before a certain amount of time or he will die. Once you have conquered the mountain, you find a dojo at the top, where you have to duel a stranger, during which he will teach you how to light up your sword and get a flaming sword. Yes, a flaming sword. Which makes a great tool in battle, incurring burn damage on enemies. But that's not it. There are some great photo mode opportunities on top of this mountain. And I think this side quest is worth doing just to get some sick captures. Number 2. The Tale of YURIKO. Yes, YURIKO is the sweet, calm, strong old lady that took care of Jin as a kid. In the main story, Jin goes and exploits this lady so he can get some poison shots. I mean, what an asshole, man. You're making the old lady do so much work for you. You can also visit her again for a side quest, and again it doesn't involve much excitement gameplay wise, but once done you can get a hallucination dart that makes the Mongols go crazy and attack each other, which is pretty awesome. I really like the YURIKO character because she is such a calm and sweet influence, and spending time with her character really gives the player a contrast of the mayhem of the war. Now this side quest involves 2 sort of missions. After the first one you can get the hallucination dart, but the second one has a very sad ending. The whole mission is very sad. It's a stone cold bummer and I would not recommend doing it. YUNA. Number 3. The Tale of YUNA. The Tale of YUNA starts out with an attack on a supply line by a warlord named Altan. In an attempt to find Altan, Jin and YUNA stumble across a slave camp run by a group of brothers called the Mamushi brothers. The same camp in which YUNA and Taka were once captured in and escaped. Gameplay wise, this is one of the stronger side quests, and in one of the missions maintaining stealth is mandatory. And even though the stealth is basic and the AI is stupid, it still remains fun owing to the great stealth assassination and commendable level design the quest provides. The quest also provides a great insight into Yuna's tragic past, perhaps the most badass character of Ghost of Tsushima, after Jin of course. The Tale of NORIO. Jin meets NORIO after the mission A New Horizon. NORIO is a warrior monk with cheeks that I really want to pull. After a bunch of monks are kidnapped, Jin has to help NORIO in freeing them and helping their village fight against the Mongols. The whole quest is around 9 missions long, and to be honest, I almost didn't include it. I almost didn't play it whole because until the 6th mission, it involved helping various temples fight against the Mongols, which made for some fun gameplay but not much of a story. Until the 6th mission of the quest, where NORIO along with a bunch of warriors fights alongside Jin to liberate a temple. After liberating the temple and exploring the main hall, things take an expected but very dark turn. NORIO becomes unhinged. The story of this quest really tells you what even the nicest human is capable of when pushed to the limit, and grieving over a loss of a loved one.
You once told me you would never swing your naginata in hatred.
I did what the ghost would do. And now Harsho is gone. I'm not going back to Cedar Temple. Not after this.
Where will you go?
It doesn't matter. He was still alive when I lit the wood. When he screamed, it filled me with joy. And I would do it again. I'm no longer a monk. Samurai of Clan YURIKAWA were the most skilled swordsmen on our island. In every generation, one lord was taught their family secret, a deadly technique called the Dance of Wrath that could cut through any foe's defense. The Dance of Wrath found its greatest master in Lord Tokiasa Yarikawa. Though beloved by his people, he resented Clan Shimura's power. Desperate to seize control, he set off a bloody rebellion that claimed countless lives. Lord Shimura's father and brothers fell to Yarikawa's Dance of Wrath technique. But with Clan Sakai's aid, Shimura put down the rebellion and executed Lord Yarikawa. Before he died, the traitor vowed to avenge his conquered people from beyond the grave. Now they leave offerings to his spirit at shrines in old Yarikawa's ruins. They beg for their enemies to die, and the spirit of Yarikawa's vengeance answers their calls with the Dance of Wrath.
This side quest has a spooky backstory that sends you on a wild goose chase for a spirit that has been protecting the people of Yarikawa. The people leave prayers and offerings for the spirits with notes on what problems they are facing. Through these notes, Jin comes across an abandoned house that looks like someone left in a hurry. After which, Jin finds a note telling Lord Sakai to come to the garden of the god for his death. At the garden, you duel the spirit, and once it's over, you get the Dance of Wrath attack. Now, even if you don't know what it is, you would want to learn something called the Dance of Wrath, right? This is the Dance of Wrath.
To defeat you.
No, you will die.
Oh yeah, that is awesome. And the last one, the tale of Lady Masako. Even though the game is filled with people with sad, tragic backstories, perhaps the saddest is the tale of Lady Masako. After the men in her family fall at Komoda Beach, and the women and children are slaughtered by bandits, Lady Masako, like Jin, is on a quest of revenge. Full of twists and turns, great gameplays and duels, this story shows how far humans can go when they want revenge.
Give me your word.
When I looked at Junshin, all I saw were my dead grandchildren, their faces after being cut down, and you were protecting him.
So you tried to kill me? Have you lost your mind?
I have lost everything!
No. You've sacrificed everything. For revenge.
And what do you feel when you think of Yuzo?
We can't let anger consume us. Or blind us to our friends.
I've tried to honor them. Meditate on treasured memories. But she consumes them. Even now, I have nothing left.
No. You've accomplished what you set out to do. You have honored your family, given them justice. Now you can find peace.
This path does not lead to peace.
Where does it lead?
I don't know.
As Masako kills everyone in her path. A must play side quest, and in my opinion, the best side quest of the game. And those, ladies and gentlemen, are the best side quests in Ghost of Tsushima. If you like the video, please consider liking, sharing and subscribing. Maybe check out more of our videos like the review for Ghost of Tsushima or The Last of Us 2. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.